I'm going to tell you about that in a second. I want to tell you about one other thing. There's this guy named Sam Ovens. Do you know Sam Ovens?
Sam Ovens? Is this
Yeah.
the very like slick backed hair guy?
Yeah.
Uh, what's his
Yeah.
thing? Consulting.com?
So
We've
he,
talked
all
about him.
right. So this guy named Sam Ovens, he rubbed me the wrong way for a long time. And looking back, I think I was actually wrong. And he seemed like an all right guy. So he had this website called consulting.com, which, if I had to put it at its worst, it was basically a course that was like $2,000 to $10,000 that taught you how to start a business. At best, it's it's a accelerator. And the reality is, it just like is a way to, like, it's like a community and a course on starting a company. And he scaled it to like 30 million in revenue. And it was just him, and he hired all these people and built this office in New York, and he was posting on social that they're doing 50 or 60 million in revenue, and then he vanished. And he had a YouTube video come out today that says, and he just says, I'm back. He's like, for the past 2 years, I hated life. We scaled too quickly. And so we were spending like 50K a day on Facebook ads, and we weren't even making that much profit. So I decided to change everything. And over the last 2 years, we've crushed it. He goes, for example, in January, this course, he goes, we got rid of, like, there was 3 courses. Now we only sell 2 or 1. And last month in January, we made $800,000 in revenue, and our expenses, which includes payroll and paid ads, was $60,000. And so basically, this guy, and then he launched this new company called School, which is basically like a Facebook groups alternative, because when he was launching courses, he was like, these stink. So that is a different story. That's actually cool. But this course business this guy has now, basically, let's just times it by 10. So 8 million in revenue with $600,000 in expenses. Is that nutty or what? Is that crazy?
Yeah, but it depends. Is that sustainable? And also, is that going to grow? So, for example, I
No,
could
I don't think
say
it's going to grow, but I think it's going to be sustainable.
when I did the like all access pass, it was like I was making whatever 50K a month off of the newsletter, a paid newsletter, making 50K a month. What were my expenses? It was like, $300 a month for ConvertKit, like a VA for $500 a month, whatever. So it looked nutty, but like that's because I had an audience, so I could just sell into that. If I wanted to grow it, I would have had to my expenses would have had to gone way up, right? So it depends where. Yeah, maybe his ad spend is really low now. Is that because his ads are ultra efficient, or is it because he had a big list that he sold
No,
into?
they said that they don't spend ads anymore, but previously they had spent millions and tens of millions of dollars of ads.
So
So
where
the
do the
website
customers come from?
definitely already has
Yeah,
uh
traffic.
traffic. Yeah. So yes, it's not
So
like
I
a
talked to
start from
somebody
like,
who worked there pretty early on. So I was like, "Is this guy legit?" They go, "He's legit. He's good." They're like, he lived in New Zealand or something like that. He's a
yeah.
digital marketer. Then he has consulting.com, which is basically like they had a course, they had a consulting accelerator, and they're basically teaching people how to start their own business, their own consulting business. And they told me at the time that there was like $10 million of free cash flow a year. And they said that it was about 30 million or something in revenue. And they said like half of that, so like 15, 16 million was coming from one product, which was a $2,000 or $3,000 course about how to start your own consulting business. And then from there, they upsell you into the $5,000 course about how to create a course. And then once you get to $500,000 in consulting revenue, then you get to join a mastermind that will help you
It's
get
like
to $1 million
25 grand.
plus, and
Yeah.
that'll cost you 25 or 50 grand or something like that. And so that was their model. But half of it was coming from that kind of like entry level $2,000 to $3,000 course, where they like kind of close you on the phone to like get you to buy the course, which is
Yeah, I
like
went through the funnel to like, so I got him to sell me online, or to do
on
the
the phone.
phone call, and I was like, I want to figure this out,
Oh, it's great.
and it's pretty good, man. And I gave the guy a hard time because he's just kind of weird. He just comes off serial kill. He kind of Patrick Bateman. He's kind of like the Patrick Bateman of our friend Jack Smith, like the American Psycho version of our friend Jack Smith. And so he's like just like a little off, but that's actually really incorrect of me to say, because I think he's just an oddball, which is totally
Because I don't know
acceptable.
the guy.
Well, yeah, and I don't know him, and I think that my judgment is just totally wrong. I think he's an all right guy.
You're like, I think
And
it's wrong because it's all based on his haircut.
no, I watched a lot of this guy's videos, and I was like, something is off here. And he was aggressively selling. It was the type of guy where he's selling like a private jet, like a video on a private jet.
Right.
So that's not wrong, but it's your cousins with wrong. And so I think that it was just kind of odd, but I thought that was interesting. I thought you'd get a kick out of that. All right, but